Hey everybody, John from Slash Bash coming at you with another Entitled People Reddit video. Because photography is easy and no one tells me no. Let's jump right in.
A little backstory. I run a daycare fundraiser that provides family portraits for a puny fee to which the daycare and I split the proceeds. I only do this part-time as I am in university full-time and work full-time. This is a passion hobby that I happen to go to school for. This is also a daycare on the south side of my city, a newly developed, affluent area. I'm from the north side, very poor. The abridged version. I'll call her EP, and she is the chair of the parent board and not the volunteer chair. This takes place over a span of 2 months. I shortened as best I could and will share screens of the last 2 emails. We're looking to book your fundraiser for early November. Can you make a flyer with a winter Christmas vibe? Do you do indoor? Do you have props? Which days are available? I am available November 2nd. I don't do indoor. I can, but the fee will need to be raised to accommodate rentals. I don't make flyers. Radio silence for almost 2 weeks. A week before November 2nd, I email to check in. It's too close to November 2nd to set this up. I am available these dates at the end of November. Sorry, I was on vacation. We will do these 2 dates. We are also changing the 20-minute sessions to 13 30-minute sessions to allow lateness and earliness and a break in between. The photos, honestly, don't take long as they only get up to 5 images, so the 20 minutes already allows for those things. I say nothing, and since she's bunked off for 2 weeks, we never discussed the rundown of the fundraiser, so I'm flustered and out of place. You're a small daycare, and that is too many slots. 1 is typically best as parents are wary of new fundraisers. It gets better the 2nd year. You will also need a volunteer to receive families and money. We will sell out! In regards to the day of, I found out later we was just her. We don't feel it's necessary to have a volunteer to take payments for you. We think you could ask for e-transfers or cash. Would this be okay with you? I discussed this with the director who hated the e-transfer idea. She tells me she often wants the fundraisers done with little to no work on her part, which isn't the point of the parent-run fundraising committee. That's okay if you're comfortable with me handling cash. That makes splitting payments annoying. I'll have to bring it to them another day. 40-minute drive. I'd prefer cash day of over e-transfers. Again, easier to split. The volunteer is there to take the daycare's cut and sign in parents. They represent your fundraiser. I may not be in a visible position to tell them where to wait or greet them when they arrive. Is there a reason you don't want e-transfers? I can coordinate this so you have less cash to deal with. Also, I don't feel right asking someone to volunteer 8 hours in the cold to sign people in and take money when that is a task, in my opinion, that can be handled by you. When you say, hi, I am taking your 20-minute family portrait and collect their cash, a volunteer would not have more knowledge than you, and I assume by the end of the first session, parents will see you and know where to go. I leave it there with a sounds great and talk to the director. She tells me she's always been this way and is often worse. So much so, she lives in a different neighborhood from the daycare and tricked the system into allowing her to get a spot even though she wasn't meant to, then brags about it to the other parents while trying to push her vegan hot dogs on everyone and then voluntold the board she was going to be the chair. Since neither of us wanted to deal with her, we let her have her way, and the director volunteered for me. The day comes, she gets her photos taken, she is rude and demanding the entire time, and then asks when they will be done. I realize we did not talk about it, so I give my standard 4 to 6 weeks. That is problematic because we sold them as Christmas cards. That's too close to Christmas. Sorry, that is my standard. It's a busy time of the year for me, and I have 4 other fundraisers before yours to edit, with twice as many families in each. That's still a problem. We're going to have to look into that. She calls the director, who happened to need to go into the office for 30 minutes just now and miss this shoot. No answer, so she texts and drives off. The director tells her Monday exactly what I told her. She continues to hassle the director for a couple of weeks, who asks me to change the edit date to December 9th. She even offered to help edit, which she can't, but that was nice anyway. I said I was busy. The best I could do is between the 7th and the 14th, which would land them before 4 weeks. She agrees, EP drops it. The Monday before the photos are ready, she emails me. I know you told the director by the 7th, but I have a lot of parents from the first session who would really like their photos. Can you release them early? It shouldn't be a huge issue. They did their session earlier than the other group. No, I'm still editing a few other fundraisers before yours. They will be released by the 14th at the latest. I talked to the director. No one has complained other than her calling me unprofessional and not understanding why I can't release the photos. She's also irritated because her photographer does mini sessions and it only takes a week. The director tells me she told her it's because he's a full-time photographer who probably deals with less than 100 families per mini session. She continues to nag me the entire week. Here are our final 2 emails. Hi, thank you for the response back. This is disappointing to hear, but I do understand. Being in the business of serving clients myself, I would have expected that this expectation when picking dates for holiday cards would have been communicated. This has, for sure, put a sour taste in our mouths. I ask if it's possible to send a few of the parents who are really antsy to get their photos in time for Christmas cards, their unedited photos, which hopefully wouldn't take more than 10 minutes of your time to upload and send a link, email. I assume because these were outdoor photos that there wouldn't need to be a lot of editing involved. Would this be possible? Thank you. By our mouths, she means hers, and she would assume wrong. Hi, I apologize for any inconvenience this may be causing. I have not received any messages other than yours, so I can only address your issue. I did not advertise these as holiday cards. I advertised as a family portrait fundraiser. I was sure we discussed the timeline, but on further reflection, realize I did not. I take full responsibility for not providing an accurate timeline and leading you to assume that this would be done by a normal photography protocol. In response to this, I have offered to edit faster than normal to lessen the inconvenience to your families. Unfortunately, I work a full-time job and go to school full-time. It is midterms at the moment, and I am putting in 80 plus hours of work a week to meet my other deadlines so that I may meet yours. I only do photography seasonally, and the only types of photography I do at the moment are sports and these fundraisers, as the timelines are compatible with my workload. I ask for longer than usual wait time for those reasons and because there are many families to go through with thousands of images to look at. Your fundraiser alone has over 2,000 images. I have since consulted with my photography mentor on how best to approach this. At this point, I feel I am going above and beyond to get these to you before my regular schedule. Other accommodations I have made to ease your needs include allowing you to change the model of my fundraiser, having to collect and figure out the payments, calling in clients to fill your empty slots, and doing 2 days at your request instead of 1, which has resulted in a loss for me, as well as conceding when you said you would not be sending a representative for your fundraiser. Unfortunately, I am an agreeable person, and I love being able to provide this service. I am very grateful for the opportunity to work with and meet all of the beautiful families I did, and I am extremely grateful to who gave up their own personal time to be there with me. On the subject of photos, I will not be handing photos out unedited, as that is neither professional nor an accurate representation of my work, and not fair to the clients who booked their sessions well in advance of yours. You will get your photos between the 7th and the 14th, as agreed upon by the director and myself. As I no longer feel it is in my best interest to do so, I will no longer be answering any more questions on the subject. I request that all forms of communication on these matters, or any other subject now or in the future, be handled through the director. Any emails or messages from this point on will be forwarded directly to... My media teacher said that this is the most professional FU she's ever read. She's not emailed me since. She got her photos on the 7th. I kept everyone else's till the 9th, and since I had extra time, I personalized Christmas cards for them so that it was one less thing they needed to do. Everyone was pleased. I left the shadow EP's brow in all her photos. She has a unibrow now and had to make her own card. The director periodically reads this email because it makes her laugh.
This has been Slash Bash. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, then please hit the subscribe button, drop a like, and share it with your friends. And we'll see you in the next one.